Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Thursday, August 27th, 2015, around 7:31 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. Sun's going down. It was a nice and sunny day today. Low humidity and stuff. Be like that for a few days before the humidity creeps back in. Tropical storm Erica is gaining strength, and she could become a hurricane, and she'll be wandering near the Florida coast on Monday. Some news to report: the Cleveland Browns are going to shut down Johnny Manziel, quarterback, for the rest of the preseason with a sore elbow. And Fox 25 in Boston has announced they're starting a weekend news program on the mornings, like weekend news telecast beginning September 12th at 6 a.m. and they named Heather Hedges as the weekend morning anchor. So congratulations to her. That's about it on the news. My third and final video blog subject of the night, the personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is former CEO of the WWE, Linda McMahon. Linda McMahon was a CEO for many years for the WWE. She left in 2009, and she tried to run for senator in the state of Connecticut twice, 2010 and 2012, but she lost both times as the Republican nomination. Linda McMahon was born in North Carolina. She grew up as an only child. Her parents worked for the military, so she was like a military brat. And Linda McMahon excelled when she was younger in sports like basketball and softball and stuff. At the age of 13, she met Vince McMahon in a church, and they hit it off so big, and they dated throughout their high school years. In 1966, when Linda was 17 years old, she married Vince, who was 21 and stuff, and they've been together ever since. Linda McMahon went to college at East Carolina University in 1966, majoring in French, and she graduated from college within 3 years and stuff, and she also got a degree to teach us stuff. And then Vince became involved in the family wrestling business, and then Linda had Shane and Stephanie, and Linda worked as a paralegal for a few law office firms and stuff, and she got to translate French stuff, and she got to know intellectual properties and stuff like that, which came in handy through the years and stuff like that. In the mid-70s, Linda and Vince declared bankruptcy, and they were briefly on food stamps, or what you call it today, EBT, but they got out of bankruptcy and stuff. And by the late 70s, Vince and Linda formed Titan Sports, and they owned the Cape Cod Coliseum in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Linda made meatball sandwiches in the concession stands. That's an interesting fact. And soon, when Titan Sports was formed, Linda became a lot to do with the marketing stuff of the Titan Sports, the WWE, and then later on she became the CEO of the WWE, which was pretty good because she marketed WWE a lot. She handled a lot of the contracts of the wrestlers and the merchandising deals and television deals and stuff like that, and the WWE grew with Linda McMahon as the CEO and stuff, financial stuff and stuff. She and Vince have had a strong marriage despite Vince's problems with extramarital affairs and the steroid trial and stuff like that. And once in the late 90s, the WWE boomed big time, and Linda got onto more stuff for the WWE with charity events, and then getting involved in reading programs, and then getting involved in politics and stuff. And eventually Linda McMahon showed up on television and stuff. First time she appeared on television was in 1999 with first with getting mad at Vince for being the greater power, and then she resigned as CEO to give it a Stone Cold. That was just a storyline and stuff. She eventually got involved more with Stephanie and stuff. There was one episode on SmackDown where Stephanie slapped Linda and stuff, but then a few weeks later Linda slapped Stephanie and she almost got the pedigree by Triple H and stuff like that. Linda McMahon was kind of very horrible acting and stuff like that. It was very horrible. She looked really scared to go on front of the camera and stuff like that. In late 2000, Linda McMahon kind of had a nervous breakdown in the storylines, and then Vince took over really as CEO, and they showed skits of Linda McMahon in a wheelchair and stuff, and also in a home and stuff. It was kind of horrible acting and stuff. But at WrestleMania 17, Linda McMahon was in a wheelchair, and she was brought into the ring by Vince when Vince was wrestling Shane. But Linda came back and hit Vince behind the grapefruits and stuff like that. And a few weeks later, Linda told Vince, "I want a divorce." That happened a few months earlier when Vince wanted a divorce from Linda on the storyline and stuff like that. But that's divorce never materialized. Vince and Linda eventually became on the same side again. And over the years, Linda has been on and off WWE television with the acting and stuff. She took a tombstone pile driver from Kane in 2003. Eric Bischoff kissed her in 2004. It's very, very, sometimes Linda on television looked very, very she wasn't very good at this. In October 2005, Linda did a heel turn by firing JR in public and kicking him in the balls and stuff. JR needed to take some time off because he was going for colon surgery to remove part of his colon, which they thought it was cancer and stuff. And that storyline was absolutely horrible and stuff. But I wish JR, when he got better, would have beat up Linda and stuff. That would have been the storyline, but that wouldn't have been good. Plus, in addition, they would have probably had to turn JR heel for doing that. But after that, Linda's appearances on television dwindled down to very few and stuff, and the WWE was continuing on solid financial footing, and Linda McMahon was named to the Connecticut Education Board of Directors in 2009, and also the Sacred Heart University Board of Directors. And around this time, Linda was really following politics and stuff like that. She didn't like what was going on in Washington and stuff. She said she was officially conservative. And in August of 2009, Linda McMahon resigned as CEO of the WWE to make a run as Connecticut Senator in 2010 in the Republican nomination. She had campaigns that she was a small business owner that created jobs in the state of Connecticut and stuff like that. And she says if she was going to go to Washington, she would be fiscally conservative and have lots of job creations and stuff like that. She won the Republican nomination in 2010 for the state of Connecticut, but in the general election she got crushed big time. She only maybe carried one county. She did that again in 2012, ran for senator in the state of Connecticut, Republican. But then again, she got crushed once again, and it was talked she was going to run for House of Representatives 2014 in the state of Connecticut, but she decided against it. She's appeared a few times on WWE television in the crowd and stuff, and then she inducted the Ultimate Warrior to the WWE Hall of Fame, and she's mulling another run for U.S. Senate in 2016 in the state of Connecticut, but I don't think she should run because she lost twice, and I don't think she would win for the third time and stuff like that. And that's about it on Linda McMahon, and that's about it on these video blogs. I'll be back tomorrow, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. You'll get 3 more blogs coming your way. First of all will be about SummerSlam 2000, a review for that. Second video blog will be about the MBTA Silver Line, the route that goes from downtown Boston to Dudley Square. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about Stephanie McMahon. And like I always say, keep calm, and I'm a Julie Button guy. Julie Button, local 6 rocks and has nice legs. Molly Rosenblatt of Fox 35 rocks. Amy Swansea of Reach 2 rocks. And Elizabeth Hart of local 6 rocks. And in the words of good old J.R. Jim Ross, would somebody please stop the damn match? Enough's enough. Bye now.